In a fiery exchange at the House of Commons, Robert Jenrick exposed a shocking loophole in the early release scheme that has allowed dangerous criminals to walk free. His bold confrontation with the Lord Chancellor left everyone asking, how could this happen? This glaring failure puts public safety at risk and raises serious questions about the justice system's oversight. Stay tuned for the details and let us know your thoughts, because this is a scandal you won't want to miss. Reform UK has made history, recording its strongest ever poll result and sending shockwaves through British politics. Narrowing the gap to just 1 percentage point behind Labour, Nigel Farage's party surged to an impressive 25%, 2 points ahead of Kemi Badenoch's Conservatives, who slipped to 23%. Labour's once comfortable lead has all but evaporated, as voters continue to turn their backs on Keir Starmer over a string of deeply unpopular decisions. These include a £40 billion tax hike, cutting winter fuel payments for pensioners, and imposing inheritance taxes on farmers, moves that have triggered a wave of discontent across the country. We delved into the data behind this seismic poll shift, revealing Reform UK's regional dominance. The party led outright in the West Midlands and South East England, while tying with Labour in Wales and Yorkshire and the Humber. Notably, the West Midlands displayed the strongest right-wing support, with Reform at 33%, the Conservatives at 29%, and Labour trailing at just 19%. Reform's weakest showing was in Scotland, where they earned only 16%, falling behind the SNP at 34% and Labour at 23%. Northern Ireland data was unavailable. This surge comes as Labour continues to face voter backlash at the ballot box. Since the last general election, Labour has suffered a net loss of 25 seats, while the Conservatives gained 23 and Reform UK added 6. Switching gears to the main story, a tense exchange in the House of Commons saw Robert Jenrick challenge the Lord Chancellor over a glaring flaw in the early release scheme. This shocking loophole allowed dangerous criminals convicted of serious offences to be mistakenly released, raising serious concerns about public safety and government accountability. Take a closer look at the debate in Parliament, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. How do you feel about the poll results and this unfolding political drama? Stay tuned for all the latest updates.
Secretary of State Robert Jenrick.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Lady Chief Justice has said that the courts are not operating at full capacity. Instead of increasing sitting hours, the Justice Secretary's defining intervention in her 5 months in office has been to accidentally let out dangerous criminals from our prisons. And just last week, she rushed to Parliament to close loopholes she created for stalking, for disclosing private sexual images, and for murder. She could be signing deals with other countries to get new prisoner transport agreements. She could be using visa sanctions with foreign countries to force them to take back the 10,000 foreign criminals in our prisons. She isn't. Meanwhile, criminals are being released and are re-offending already. Will the Justice Secretary commit now to end her dangerous and unnecessary early release scheme?
Mr. Speaker, I do think the Shadow Minister could at least have apologised to the country for being part of a government and a party that ran out of prison places. It was the Tory party that ran the system at boiling hot, over 99% capacity abuse. I'll take no lessons from him because it is this government that is cleaning up the mess that his party left behind.
Goodbye.